think right there is good. I think right there is good. I think right there is good. Blup. Hey guys, it's Inkeater, and welcome to Vinyl Music News, where we talk about vinyl, sometimes music, and sometimes music news. Anyway, so Record Store Day is upon us, and it's kind of exciting. I haven't looked at the list yet. I've been kind of busy with a lot of things. Getting ready for the Comic-Con that I'm going to be attending. I don't know if I've told you guys that. I think I did. Maybe I didn't. So I've been kind of preparing for a Comic-Con in Tampa. I think it's called Maluga Fest or something like that. I'll leave a link down below in case you're curious or you're in the Tampa area. Because I know there's a lot of people that watch my videos in Florida. And yeah, so that's the thing. I'm probably going to videotape that. Little pieces, but I've been preparing for that, so my mind's kind of been elsewhere. But I've been listening to a lot of music, and it's kind of funny. As a result, I discovered this past, I want to say yesterday morning, when I opened Spotify, because I recently got a Spotify membership. I know, I caved. I still have not found the perfect replacement for what I felt was an awesome service, which was Grooveshark. And granted, Spotify had some aspects that I absolutely loved, and then they took away those features, and I'm like, damn you, Spotify. And then recently I said, you know what, fuck it. Let me get the premium. Let me see how good this is. And I've slowly come to realize that there's differences between the desktop version and the app version, and me trying to share with you guys the awesome playlist that I found. Spotify, what they did this past month, or rather what the group music, I think it's called Women, Culture, and Music, or something like that. I'll leave a link down below, and somewhere over here, the correct name, because that's how you're going to find it. So, that's right, on the desktop I can copy the link, but I can't show you on, it's frustrating. Needless to say, for some reason my desktop version of it, it's not linking to the actual playlist. It keeps saying that the playlist doesn't exist. And then my phone is like, oh, I have an update. I updated it and it works. So it's kind of like a catch-22. I'm wondering maybe the desktop needs to get updated. Anyway, that's a ramble, and that's a whole nerdy rant for some other day. But yeah, hold on, let me get my phone. So like my phone's on the verge of dying, but we're still going to try to show you anyway. So I thought this was really freaking cool. So they have a playlist under Browse called where is it? Right there, WHM, Women History Month. And if you click on it, it's kind of cool because it says get inspired with playlists featuring artists who lead their genres, and push the art to the next level. And it's really neat because you've got women of fresh finds, which I'm not sure what that is other than sense, which I don't want to know. There's women of pop, women of hip hop, women of acoustic, folk music and Americana, K-pop. They have a lot of freaking playlists featuring women artists, which I was blown away by. I was looking for something like this on a website, and sure enough, I find it on Spotify. Granted, the day that I decide to show you guys, I cannot show you the way that I want to. But if you have the desktop version and it's not working, the best way that you can find a lot of these playlists is under the search feature. Just type in, I think it's Women, Culture, and Music. Yeah, it says, blah. I'm gonna sneeze. Allergies, I swear. My sinuses are gonna be the death of me. Anyway, so there's women of K-pop, and then as you go down, there's powerful voices. And what's really cool is they took, I want to say, a lot of not famous people, but people that you know from the internet, people that are in a lot of the things that you probably have seen created in the internet that are female, and pretty much asked them who they thought some powerful voices were. And one of my favorites would have to be, well, there's the Annie DeFranco one. That one's pretty freaking awesome. I don't know if you guys can see that. Oh, this is going to be so difficult. Right there in the middle, it's going to be blurry. Annie DeFranco. And it's basically these influential women basically sharing music that has basically inspired them. And it's pretty freaking cool because there's another artist. She's more of a YouTube creator slash actress, I guess I would call her. She's probably one of my favorites because she's short like me. It's Quinta Brunson, I believe. And it's kind of cool how they did the playlist with Annie DeFranco and the other powerful women. Like, there's, I think, a Gillian Anderson one, or Gillian Michaels might be it. Gillian Michaels is, I think, who it is. Anyway, Gillian Anderson is X-Files. I don't think it was her. Before I get a lot of you excited, I'm pretty sure it was Gillian Michaels. But essentially, it gave a lot of cool artists, and it was kind of interesting how they did the playlist, where it was an introduction by the artist who had created the playlist, then a few songs, then another intro featuring another female artist, and it was really cool to hear their influences growing up, and I related a lot to Quinta Brunson, and it was kind of really cool to, like, hear somebody else's playlist. Granted, I was a little bit frustrated by the fact that there's no straightforward way to share this, other than I'm frustrated by the desktop. I know I'm going over a wheel, but I'm frustrated by the desktop because I can't share the page, because the page apparently doesn't exist, and I can share it on my phone, but guess what? There's no share link for you to share this particular browse playlist genre thing other than clicking on the frickin' button, which is kind of crazy on the phone. Like, I've looked. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. I don't know. That could be me. If you know the answer, let me know down in the comments below. But I wanted to share this because I thought it was really freaking cool, because there's also moods, movements, there's podcasts. One that I would have to recommend, I'm not going to recommend one right now. That's probably that's probably for next week. Anyway, there's podcasts, there's TED Talks, there's also artists, which I thought was really cool. They did an icon section, so they had a little bit of everything. And it's kind of cool that a music service would do this kind of stuff. Granted, the sharing aspect to it is kind of frustrating. And I guess being able to connect to people and say, hey, look, this is what I want to show you guys. Isn't this really cool? And that's where I'm kind of frustrated by it. Because it was such an awesome idea, Spotify. And then it failed me. Well, at least on the computer. I can at least show you a screenshot of what the button looks like, so if you're able to get it to work, maybe it's just my version. Maybe I should try to clear my cache. That could be a thing. Anyway, who are some awesome ladies that you think deserve to be talked about in the month of Women's History Month? Last week we talked about, we drew Buffy the Vampire, and we drew Xena Warrior Princess, if you missed that yesterday. And we also talked about Lee Selmet, and who was the person last week that we did? Crap. My brain's fried. Anyway, I hope you guys are doing awesome, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Bye.
Whatever it is that you believe you're seeing, it's not real.
Seeing things before they happen. Things are not always what they seem in this place. So you can't take anything for granted.